Having a good set of plans and a good builder is a critical part of the success of these projects. My name is Brian Grissinger with Frontera Real Estate. I've been in the self-storage business for about 9 years, and I am from San Diego, California. Our newest location is our Palm Avenue location in Riverside, California. We purchased the property in late 2019, and it was an approved site with plans in place, and we started construction on it a few months later in early 2020. So the Palm Avenue project is pretty unique in that it's a very long and narrow site. It's about 100 feet wide and 1,000 feet long. The project site is along the railroad tracks to the south and single-family residences all the way along on the north side. So the site, when we purchased it, was unimproved. It was just raw land, but we did have entitlements and plans in place that we used for construction. The Palm Avenue project was a long and narrow site which pushed construction costs up a little bit more than we would typically see on a self-storage property this size, largely because of the long and narrow nature, and it was just not the most efficient design. So that influenced the purchase price as well as how we looked at the rates and the overall analysis of whether or not it made sense for us to purchase the property. Our biggest concern when we started the project was the neighbors. We were building within 6 inches of the property line of the single-family homes to the north side. We did not really run into any issues with the city, and actually the city officials were definitely beneficial and worked with us to make sure we had a smooth process. The fire code actually changed while we were in the planning process for this project. 3 of our 5 buildings we built do not have fire sprinklers, where under the new code, if we were to start construction today, they would require fire sprinklers. So that was actually a part of our analysis in deciding whether we wanted to make changes to the pre-approved design and looking at what kind of additional costs that would add to go back and revise the designs for other parts of the project. There's no room to add additional square footage on the site. Being just 3 acres and pretty narrow width, we had to go vertical with the construction and build 2 stories with about 40% of the square footage on the second floor. Having a good set of plans and a good builder is a critical part of the success of these projects. Even more so than that is having a good feasibility study and knowing what the rents are going to be and, more importantly, how long it's going to take to fill the space. I think a lot of first-time developers get themselves in trouble by underestimating how long it takes to fill up a 100,000 square foot storage facility to market rates. The challenges we run into in going vertical on a project like this is we just don't have a lot of comps for what the market rates are on a second floor in a market that has typically larger properties and thus more efficient single-story designs. Having a good team is a critical part of the success of these projects. We like to work with people who have experience in the storage space and can work with us on making changes on the fly as necessary to make sure we have a successful project at the end of the day. Maaco is one of the best builders in the business. Every project we've worked with them on has been on schedule and on budget. Been really happy with their team and top to bottom everything that they've done for us.